Good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about the virtual memories concept. The virtual memory is a common part of operating system in all computers, and here the virtual memory we have some benefits. That's why we are going to use the virtual memory concept. First we'll see the benefits of the virtual memory. The first benefit is it is much larger than the physical memory. Why we require the physical memory and the virtual memory and the disk means the large pool of information we can store in a disk, and whatever we want to run a program that background data is going to background program is going to stored in the main memory. Means whenever we want to open any application or any program, that program related information is copied into main memory. Here the virtual memory benefits, first one is it is much larger than the physical memory address space. Means whatever the programs are in a large size that we cannot fit into the main memory. First we divide all the whatever the programs we want to run, that we are going to divide it into number of pages. That pages we are going to be sent to the main memory, and main memory is going to receive that pages and stored in the frames. Now the logical address space is divided into number of equal parts that are called as the pages, and the physical address space is divided into number of equal parts that are called as frames. And page size as well as frame size are both are same. And whenever we load the page into frame, some page map table is going to be created. That page map table is going to contain the page number as well as frame number. Now we'll see the benefits. The virtual memory is much larger than this physical memory, and more programs can run concurrently. With the only main memory we can run only one program at a time. Why? Because whatever the program we want to run, that we are going to load into the main memory, that we can run. But if you want to run another program, first we need to remove the first program, then only we can add another program and we can run. But by using this virtual memory concept, we can run multiple programs simultaneously. We can run concurrently multiple programs, and less IO is also required while loading or swapping the process. These are all the benefits of the virtual memory. Here whatever the program we have, that all the programs whatever we want to run, that are going to divided into number of equal parts that are called as the pages. And the pages loading into frames, this concept we can call as the paging concept. Whenever paging is done, the page map table is going to created. The page map table is containing the page number as well as frame number, and this virtual memory concept can be implemented via the demand paging concept. And now we'll see the demand paging concept. Here this is an example I was given with the diagram. In this demand paging concept, this is a main memory that is called as a RAM, and this is a secondary memory that is disk. Here whatever the programs we are having in the main memory, for process 1 A, B, C, D are the pages, for process 2 E, F, G, H are the pages, but the disk contain many programs. Now we want to run only the P1 and P2. Now P1 we sending into main memory, that is called as the swap in, and P2 not required here. Now that we can send back to the secondary memory or disk, that is called as the swap out. This is swap in and swap out operations. The demand paging means the processes resides in secondary memory and the pages are loaded only on demand, not in advance. It's called as the demand page. Who is going to demand the pages? The CPU is going to demand the pages. CPU is going to demand the pages. Whenever CPU demand the pages only on demand, the pages which are there in the secondary memory loaded into the main memory is called as the demand paging concept. This demand paging concept mainly used for implementing the virtual memory concept. Now one more we'll see. For this demand paging concept, here whenever we load from the pages from main memory to pages from disk to physical memory, we have some page map table. The page map table is going to create it. In this demand paging concept, normally we have only the page number and frame number, but here one more column is going to be added, that is the validity bit. The page number, frame number as well as validity bit is also there in this page map table. Here we'll see the process 0 is loaded into frame 1. The validity bit is 1, means 1 means it is existing. The CPU demanded this page and that page is loaded into this main memory. So the validity bit is 1. The P1 process is also running simultaneously, but it is not loaded into any frame. So the validity bit is 0. Like that, the page map table is going to be created for this. These are the virtual memory as well as the demand paging concepts. Once again we'll brief these topics. Virtual memory means with the memory which appears to be present but actually it is not. That is called as the virtual memory. The virtual memory concept can be implemented via demand paging concept. The demand paging means the pages are loaded into the main memory on demand, not in advance, are called as a demand page. The demand paging, one more column is added for the page map table, that is the validity bit. The validity bit is going to contain the values 0 and 1. If the page is present in the main memory, then validity bit is 1. If the pages are not loaded into the main memory, then that is validity bit is 0.